one.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Healthy Cooking Camp. I'm Robin.
And I'm Quinn.
And we are here today with author of Add More Ink to Your Life and Spirit Junkie and the forthcoming May Cause Miracles, spiritual guru, Gabrielle Bernstein.
Hi everybody. Yay. So she's here today with us for our series of What Do You Eat? Because everyone wants to know, what do you eat? Aside from how do you meditate, that's probably the number one question you get, right? Is like, what do you eat
I get
every
it a
day?
lot. What do you eat? Yeah. What do you eat? What do you do to work out? What do you
Yeah.
eat? We can talk about the workout too.
We do, we can.
Yes.
So let's start. Let's start in the morning. What's the first thing that you do?
Okay, so I love to begin my day with avocado toast.
Yums.
And so we're gonna do a little smearing later and show you what that looks like. But I will take the avocado, slap it on some Ezekiel bread, throw some salt, sometimes some olive oil, which we can add to the mix.
Good healthy fats.
Like
Yes,
it.
yes, and
Good
that
for
will
your
really
skin.
juice me up in the morning. I'm a green juice and caffeine combo lady, and
We
so
love it.
I think this is something, all in moderation. This is my last vice. As you guys know, I don't drink or do anything beyond my caffeine once a day, so I've given myself that gift. And so usually I'll begin with the green juice to sort of get
Nice.
the alkaline going, and then before I start my work day, I'll kind of hit myself up with a little coffee. And the coffee has almond milk, so I'm not junking it up with crap.
Right on.
It's just 1 cup of coffee once a day. Forgive me, okay? But
You are
I do
forgiven.
begin with my green juice because it's so delicious.
It is.
So delicious.
And this one is just all greens, right? It's
Mm.
just simple greens.
Get it in
Delicioso.
there.
Delicious.
Gets everything going.
Yeah, and it's really the nicest way to begin. You feel like you have cleansed before you've begun your day. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Then, you want to talk about lunch?
Let's talk about
Yeah,
lunch.
what do you
Okay,
have
then
for
for
lunch?
lunch I have either raw kale or steamed kale and some kind of quinoa salad. And this is a pretty typical day. I like to OD on the greens. And in here we've got some avocado, more avocado in here. We can do the second half of the avocado for the afternoon and double down with the olive oil. And I absolutely love quinoa, and I'll put some really funky stuff in the quinoa, as you
Like
always
what?
like to do. So we've got some cranberries in here, we've got spinach in here. Sometimes I'll put nuts in there, or if I do a raw quinoa, I'll put raw onions, raw peppers, carrots, and have it be a
good.
little crunchy.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper, olive oil, delicious.
Yeah, simple
Amazing.
dressing, lots of flavor,
Lots of flavor.
colorful.
All day long, rocking the water bottle. In the afternoon, I get a little hungry, sometimes hangry. Have you ever been hangry?
Yes.
So I make myself a green smoothie, and this is delicious. I like to put peanut butter or almond butter in my smoothies. Kale, my Vitamix is my best friend.
Same, love of my life. I probably shouldn't say that about an appliance, but I often do.
Banana.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's good, it sustains you.
Then sometimes if I get a little hangry in the afternoon, I will chomp on some nuts. I like that I'm just eating everything.
Just working her way.
getting into
through her
it.
day.
Yeah,
It's her day.
I came hungry,
She's in
you know?
it.
This
Yeah.
is what she eats. I mean, real
nuts.
life.
Yeah.
Gabrielle Bernstein.
The nuts are really helpful. For me, I think 3 meals is really, really important. I used to be a little picker kind of lady, like a little mouse, and I've come to learn that the body really needs to be completely hungry for the next meal. So so empty before you start to fill it up again, rather than sort of sustaining that. And that actually helps with aging. We're learning a lot about this.
Longevity.
So the meals are important to me, which wasn't my practice before, but now has become part of it.
Getting in tune and listening and understanding when your body is really hungry and listening and knowing what to feed it rather than doing it on autopilot.
Totally. Now dinner is delicious. Well, can I lift this up?
Yeah.
Please.
So I like to load up my salads with just about everything. I don't want to chew and talk, but I put everything in it. I got steamed vegetables, raw vegetables, sometimes nuts. I don't do dairy. I've been off dairy since November. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah, please keep clapping. No dairy! Okay, so being off dairy actually really cleared my skin. I used to get cystic acne. It was a nightmare. I was blaming it on my hormones. I was going to doctors to find all these different sort of solutions, whether it was homeopathic solutions, allopathic solutions. None of it worked until I got off dairy. Dairy makes you break out. If you want clear skin, No dairy. But I really am a veggie girl. It's primarily vegetable. So when people say, what does a spirit junkie eat? Spirit junkie eats a shit ton of vegetables. So that's the story here, guys. Yeah, just a lot of veggies. And I feel good. I feel good. And I think this is a really helpful one too. The Ezekiel bread has been in my life since I was a child. I grew up with Ezekiel bread in my home. You may have had Wonder bread. I had Ezekiel bread. This was my gift from my mommy. And then obviously I don't end a night without a little raw chocolate. And this is great for me. Raw dark chocolate is one of the best ways for me to close out the day because I want something sweet. We deserve something sweet. Pleasure is so important to all of us. We shouldn't deny ourselves of the pleasures of the world, but we don't need to OD on them. And so with a little bit of chocolate love, I get to close my meals. And I try not to eat it too late because I'll be up. So, you know, if I try to eat earlier these days as well, which is a little bit of a struggle, but we can make that happen as often as possible.
So do you have any mealtime rituals, any sort of things that you think about when you're eating, any sort of eating meditation tips you'd like to leave with us?
Well, I often like to pray before my meals. I'm a recovering overeater and used to always have a lot of anxiety around food, and I was brought up around a dinner table where everybody was picking off of everyone else's plate. So it was really, that's where that overeating, anxious energy around food came. So if I begin the meal with a real nice prayer of just saying, I bless this food, I bless my body, I'm grateful for this meal, I choose to enjoy every bite, something along those lines, and just create a little mindful moment of serenity before I start ingesting. I find that I eat slower, I chew more, I actually can taste my food, and I make it more of a sacred experience rather than rushing on to the next thing.
So we are so grateful to get to try your avocado toast.
Let's do it. So we've got the avocado, so we've toasted the Ezekiel bread. I actually sometimes just go in little chunky chunks, but I feel like Rachel Ray. And this is kind of a groovy thing. You can just sort of
Your spiritual Rachel
peel
Ray.
it out. You're gonna need a little napkin.
Here you go, Liz.
This is fun if you do that for, I like to get my hands all in this. Make sure you wash your hands first, which I did. Okay, and then we do a little smear, but actually I kind of like to chop it up so it's a little bit, a little chunky.
I love this, the Gabby way. Avocado toast the Gabby way.
Yeah, not too soft, a little chunked out there,
Do you
okay?
need some of this guy?
Yeah, and then a little EVOO if we can
Let me
find
grab
it.
that for you.
Yeah, so I love these. We put a little bit of the little pepper.
Just for some nice spice. Yeah.
Okay. I just
Yeah.
used a little bit too much. Well, I am sloppy here. Okay, yeah, well, I think that the Spirit Junkie way
It's
is
a healthy
to go
cooking camp kitchen. It's all good. We drop
get-
knives here.
We get cray cray.
There's nothing
I
wrong.
love olive oil.
It does you.
And then I'm a little generous with the salt. Some people don't need the salt. I do. Okay.
It's a good quality sea salt, so
Yeah.
we
Good
need it.
Celtic sea salt here.
Okay, can we see
That
the
is
gorgeousness?
beautiful. Look at this.
Oh my God.
Hello.
I am
Gabby did.
professional.
Look at this spirit junkie
Avocado
toast.
toast. Oh, it looks so good. Can I take a bite of it?
Yes,
Go
please.
for it. Yum. Love it. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. We're sharing here.
Sharing means caring. Amazing.
Let's try everything. Okay, so
Yes.
one more bite. I'm just gonna try this little amazingness here. Yeah, I think you guys are hungry, right?
Is your mouth watering yet?
So this is the day.
Excellent.
Thank you so much
Thank
for being
you
with us.
so much, Gabby. We really appreciate it and sharing what you eat and some of your tips, your spiritual wisdom around the dinner table. For more recipes like this, visit us over at healthycookingcamp.com.
And be sure to sign up for our What's Cooking Weekly, where everything is easy, fun, and delicious.
Guaranteed.
And where can they find you, Gabby?
GabbyB.tv.
Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
Bye.